toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to San Diego, Snapdragon Stadium, home to the San Diego State Aztecs. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Boise State Broncos, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the San Diego State Aztecs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. He'll start the return inside his 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. So Boise State's offense will get first crack at it today. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Shakes off the defender. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It's first down from back at their own 24-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Fakes to grab. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Guys, let's take just a minute and talk about Boise State. At this point in the season, you're probably in if the playoff starts today, but it doesn't. A long way to go, and the margins will be extra thin from here on out.
No, because if the season ended today, you're basically right on the cusp outside of the top 5, so you need to keep winning. You need to keep the intensity up, playing with a sense of urgency for the second half of the season, David. I think that's a massive key for this team.
Man, it's so hard with young kids, 17, 18, 19, 20 years old, to get them to continue to focus on the game in and game out, not the rankings, not down the road. That'll be the challenge down the stretch.
Power football with the run. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
The Broncos kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Give to the back. His junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some play.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after him.
Inside the 40. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
Really nice job and poise by the quarterback there, right? Because it's third down. You just got sacked the play prior, but you do a nice job in the pocket. You get through your progression. It's not open. You take off and run, pick up the first down, fresh set of downs there. Really good job by the QB showing off his poise.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. Touchdown, Broncos! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
And that is exactly what you love to see as a head coach, watching your offense take the field, first drive of the game, and you're methodical, and you take what the defense gives you. You make good decisions. You don't have negative plays. You don't have missed assignments. That shows your head coach that you are locked in and ready to go.
Takes it inside his own 20. Chance for great field position here. They put the brakes on him, but a good return out to the 36. The Aztecs offense will go to work for the first time. And, David, we've got a quarterback today who's been known for making enough plays when his team needs them.
Yeah, and listen, he's a guy that this offense is built around him. But, Jesse, he's not the guy that's going to take over. He needs the running game to get going. He needs the passing game. He needs a little bit of balance. Really good football player, but he needs the help of the quality teammates around him.
Yeah, you're right. I think the one thing we've seen with this guy is he's got to get into a rhythm in games early, right? And so whether it's running the football or getting a few completions early to get his confidence going, because once that happens, he's very, very good.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Let's think just a little bit about San Diego State. The biggest problem for schools at this level is getting enough big bodies, particularly on the offensive line, and getting nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And the defense was all over it. They know third down, the quarterback could be a viable threat in the run game. Played physical, played close to the line of scrimmage, made the big stop.
Takes it on the return. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Boise State ready to send out that offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They go to the ground. Oh, he's got some space. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
And the Broncos can really attack on this 2nd and short. Makes the grab down the middle. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Quarterback making checks. He'll throw on 3rd down. Looking down the middle. What a grab with one hand. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. Gives it to the back on the draw. Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The Broncos are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Just across the 20 with a 1st down at the 19.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
And I love it when they slip it to the fullback. He's a guy that, blocks a lot, so always in the box blocking, and then you sneak him by those linebackers and try to give him a touch or two to get some positive yards.
And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. And the Broncos come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Got it! How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the 1st down? Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Snagged out of the air. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Boise State has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Starting off this quarter, close enough to smell the goal line. 2nd and short, maybe looking for a shot. Sets up the screen. And he will score! Touchdown, Broncos! That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out, start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Mountain West. New Mexico has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe inside University Stadium. They're up by 7 over Western Kentucky. The moment something changes in this Mountain West fight, you will hear about it here. Back to you guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Wants to go up top on first down. Starting to feel a little pressure.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Got it in the middle, it's Harris. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Off the play fake on first down. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. That's reeled in, it's Diaz. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. The Aztecs come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. Motion from the wideout. Just keeps slinging it. Under fire. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. And the Aztecs will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Wants to return it. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. They want to run it left here. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you have a prominent jawline and an urgent resolve. They'll go for it.
And how nice has it been to have a big physical quarterback like this guy, right? You got fourth and short, quarterback sneak, everybody knows it, but he's just plowing into that offensive line and driving his legs, pushing forward to pick up the first down.
Caught over the middle, it's Tootin. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding, I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Catch in the middle, it's Tootin. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
The Broncos have their offense in high gear. Makes the grab. Breaks into the open. How about this freshman leading them on the chase and making the big play after the catch?
How many first downs is that just on this drive? We're going to have to get the training staff to give some IVs and get some bananas, and we better stay hydrated because at this rate, the defense is going to play way too many snaps.
It's complete. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
They use those back-to-back explosives to set them up first and goal. Caught in the backfield. It's Hawkins. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Finds his big tight end. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. So they'll send out the field goal unit from the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. Nestled just inside that right upright, and that will extend their lead even further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Probably needed to pick up an extra block or 2, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. The Aztecs offense ready to go back to work. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3. There he goes! He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game. Mark it at the 47. The Aztecs just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Tight end now in motion. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. When you see all those defenders around your intended target like that, just throw it in the ground or throw it away. I mean, that's a completion that loses yards. You're just hurting your offense there.
And the Aztecs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. A little release to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Got his man on the right. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. The Aztecs in the hurry up. Wants to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
I think sometimes as a quarterback, when your offense is struggling, you don't have any points up on the board yet here at the end of the 1st half. You're just trying to take a shot to see if your guy can make a play. And that time, he thought he had the matchup he wanted, but he has just not been able to ever find a rhythm. And this defense is making it really hard on him, forcing that one to fall incomplete.
This 1st half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
You see all this movement in football now, all the stemming, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this running back.
Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Fires to the wideout. Got his man. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the Aztecs need to pick it up on 4th down. Off play action. Rushes on him. They got him for the sack, and they'll get the ball back after the 4th down stop.
He had nowhere to go with the football. You could tell, surveying the field, somebody's got to get open to go make a play. Man, throw it up, run it, do something. You can't take a sack on 4th down. You got to give somebody an opportunity to make a play for him.
And the Broncos with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Oh, they're after him. Crosses to 40. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking downfield on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Tootin. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. The Broncos in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Right down the middle. He's got it. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like a terrific atmosphere there today in San Diego. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double-team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this 2nd half. And just like that, let's send it back to the fellas inside Snapdragon Stadium.
All right, Kevin about ready to get things cranked back up here. He'll put total leather and get this 2nd half started. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or 2, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. Guys, we're about to get another look at this San Diego State offense. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the 2nd half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the 2nd half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go.
It's caught. It's a running room. Touchdown, Aztecs. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They'll give it to the back. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. He'll throw it. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the 2nd half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Finds his tight end. Turning it on. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2 possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws.
Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
And the defense needed that one badly. They're losing in this game. They just gave up a big play, so they finally get the sack, but you feel like they're going to need more than that. They're going to need some turnovers to get back in this game.
They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. And the Broncos come to the line with a new set of downs. He's got him. Open space at the 25. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
Well, this guy already has a touchdown. He almost had his second right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. A, finding him, B, getting it to him quickly, and then his speed and his gut.
Touchdown, Boise State. That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
And they cap off the drive with a touchdown, throwing the football. In the last play, they got the explosive. They get right back to the line of scrimmage and dial up another one. Great work by the quarterback and his target being on the same page. These last two plays, throwing the football, man, it doesn't get any better than that.
From inside his own 15, looking for room. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. San Diego State takes over as the offense is ready to go to work. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Grabbed in the middle, it's Diaz. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Gets it out quickly. At the 40, there he goes. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
Well, this offense is showing you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. He wants it all. And that one's going to be over everybody's head and incomplete.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
The Aztecs trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Trying to slam in. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, San Diego State. Great job by the back on the option. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Their lead is down to 10. It's moments like this you start to feel a little bit... Oh, he's got some space. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
To the air on 1st down. Fires to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The Broncos want to move quickly. Second down, he'll throw it. Just a short pass to the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. And the Broncos come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll keep it on the sneak.
Listen, when you got a big sucker like that at quarterback, all he's got to do is lean forward, and he's going to get that fourth down. He just does a great job getting behind the offensive line, falling forward, and getting the big fourth down conversion.
The Broncos have this offense rolling. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Quick strike complete. And that completion good for a short game, but they still have some work to do to pick up the first down.
Nice quick throw there, and it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw, and you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
And the Broncos had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. And he can't find his man in the end zone as he was trying to pay off this red zone chance.
And this QB's had some success, man, throwing to the football to the end zone. Like 3 touchdown passes today. Nice job by the defense responding, right? Don't give up more big plays. Understand he's going.
Touchdown, Broncos! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
San Diego State, 14.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Guys, let's see what adjustments this San Diego State offense has made this time. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
This one's complete. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Looking to fire. Unloads it left. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down.
And you see on that play the confidence that he has in that playmaker on the perimeter of the field. He's already had a couple catches in this game. It seems like he's always open. And right there, nice job fitting that football into a small space, and great awareness by the receiver getting his feet down and bounds.
Got his man quickly.
This offense has their work cut out for him, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Working that left side now. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. And the Aztecs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the big fella. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. The Aztecs trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. Wide receiver going in motion. Gonna look downfield again. Wide out trying to get it in. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. If you don't tip the scales at 3 bills, stay on the sidelines. Big boys in the goal line D. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. And they'll try to bite a chunk out of this lead on 3rd and goal. He'll go to the sneak. Scores on the sneak.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
And the extra point is good, but they still trail 31-21. They're set to kick it off, and you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Here's the return from inside his 10. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Back has it. Creates a little room. No, he got loose. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Leaves it with the back. Nice move there.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away.
Breaks into the open. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
And this offense does it again on 3rd down. They have been so elite on 3rd down all game long. That's the money down. All the coaches talk about it every single time we meet with them. They've been brilliant at it. They've built the lead, and they've got a good chance to finish this one out if they keep that up.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Come on, receiver. You can make that play. You do it all the time in practice. Don't come out here on game day and start getting big eyes under the big lights. You got to make that catch.
Using the quick game. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. A great chance to put this game away with a score here on 1st and goal. He's looking to throw. Big guy smells it. Touchdown, Broncos. And they take it in for 6 more points. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, that pivotal top 15 battle is in the books. Here's how things went down. Oklahoma State stomped a mud hole en route to a double-digit win, and they did it outside of Stillwater. That speaks to the way this coach has galvanized this team and the direction this program is headed. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a top 15 matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And the Aztecs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The RPO, it's complete. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
The Aztecs moving quickly to the line.
And that's perfect for the defense. You'll give that up all day. You're winning this game by multiple possessions late in the game. Play big zone coverages, keep the ball in front of you, and tackle the ball carrier inbounds.
3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. He's got it. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. And the Aztecs are flying down the field.
This quarterback has been really good today. Has been on top of it, seeing things really, really well. That pass right there put him over the 300-yard mark. That's a pretty good day.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. Quickly to the tight end.
That's tough for the defense. The tight end's just so big and physical, and it's hard to drag him down. He only needed a few yards to get that first down. Defense will have to do a better job next time.
The pull and throw off the RPO.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. To the air on 2nd down. Quickly out to the tight end. He'll get down to the 22 before going out of bounds. They've methodically worked the ball down the field. 11th play of the drive coming up, but this one 3rd and long. He put it out there for him, and this senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Makes a grab past the marker. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. The Aztecs didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? They'll send the tight end in motion. They just keep firing. Looking for the goal line. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Aztecs!
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
San Diego State, 28.
Boise State ready to send out that offense. Okay, you have a 2-score advantage here, so while you want to be aggressive, David, don't... There he goes! Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. The defense calls the timeout. They're 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4. The defense uses a timeout. They want to make sure they have the right call here. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. The Broncos lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. He'll keep it on the sneak.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Plenty of fireworks in this one, a lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
Yeah, it's amazing how much offenses has just boomed in college football. So good, so many ways to hurt you. You saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses. And, man, we saw that here today.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.